What's up, Geminites? It's your boy Gem Mint.
And I'm Phie.
We're here with the Powers of 10 Issue 3 breakdown. We're going to talk spoilers, so stay tuned. Alright guys, so Powers of 10 Issue 3. We finally get some answers to some questions that we have, right? We figure out who the green suit Magneto is. We figure out what happens to Moira X in her 9th life. So let's just start kind of at the beginning, right?
Okay.
This takes place entirely in the 1000th year of the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing Rasputin 4, we're seeing Cardinal, and we, like I said, we figure out who the Magneto mutant is. What's interesting about it is it's Apocalypse and his 4 horsemen. So Jonathan and Hickman gives us another kind of textbook page that shows us who these mutants are and kind of an org chart, right, to show who they report to. So looking at Apocalypse, we see he's N Zaragoza Rd. We already knew that. Wolverine is the Horseman of War, and it's James Howlett. It's Wolverine. He's a pureblood. He's just old as hell, right? But we were asking the question before, like, how is Magneto alive 1,000 years in the future? Well, it looks like Magneto is actually Pestilence, of one of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse, who looks like a second-generation Chimera mutant from the Mr. Sinister line, and it looks like he is a combination of Emma Frost and, I'm sorry, I don't know the first name for Dane, but it's Polaris, which is interesting because that's Magneto's daughter in the comics, so I guess that's how he still has his magnetism powers, but he also has, I guess, some Emma Frost telekinesis.
It's just very cool. It's very cool.
Zorn is the Horseman of Death, and then Famine. Yeah, I'm not really sure who Famine is.
Oh, this is Cypher, the tree guy. He can make the portals.
Right.
He can make the portals, but I'm sorry, that's right.
See, that's why he has the powers of Krakoa and Cypher. So that's Famine, yeah. So that's why the guy who kind of looks like Groot. Okay, cool. This is the surviving soul mutants. So that's the 5 with Apocalypse in them, and then you have the other 5 here, which have Rasputin and Cardinal. Now, Cardinal's interesting, right? Let me see this, because Cardinal looks like Nightcrawler, right? He's got the powers of Nightcrawler, Jean Grey, and Freeman.
Morgan Freeman.
I don't know who Freeman
Morgan
is.
Freeman.
And we already went over Rasputin, how she's got Choir. She's got Rasputin, Bane, Pride, Kenny. All right, so
she's got so many.
Now you were good at remembering who Silabelle and Percival
She's
was.
the one that dies in the bath in the beginning, and Percival's the yellow guy. He can make them not visible to other people.
Oh, is that what it was?
He does that, like, it's not a force field, but it's like a veil. He made it so that they could sneak in because they couldn't see him. Her.
All right, cool. So then we have a lot of Nimrod stuff. Yeah, so basically Nimrod's side. Nimrod, he doesn't care about what's going on with the mutants and their war. He's got his task. He's got kind of his right-hand man. This female, she looks like a mutant. She looks like a cyborg. She reminds me of Nebula, actually. Mm-hmm. And, she's trying to talk some sense into him, but I guess she thinks it's talking sense into him, but he's kind of like not even concerned with that in the slightest. But it's definitely who like Apocalypse and crew are fighting against, Nimrod and Nimrod's flunkies, I guess you could say. Now, what's interesting is that they're stealing this kind of crystal, which is all the downloaded data about the origins of Nimrod. So that's what was dope. So that's what they're trying to steal.
Yes.
That's what they're trying to break into. And what ends up happening in this book is that they can just shove it into your chest and like you immediately have all the knowledge.
Well, she looks like Apocalypse in this.
Moira?
She like has like a space on the front of her where she can accept material things. And
so this is the 9th life of Moira X. They get the information. Wolverine puts it into her. She immediately learns all the knowledge of Nimrod, and then Wolverine, straight up Last Stand, X-Men 3 style.
I did not see that coming, and then when you...
She said, this is what you do, because he's the best at what he does. So he kills her, so now she'll be reborn in her 10th life with all the knowledge of her prior 9 lives, including all the origin information of Nimrod. And I guess we have to prevent Nimrod from happening like Terminator 2 style. So then we get the 9th life of Moira X in this whole timeline that gives us a lot more information than what we've seen last. She lived 123 years. Yeah, so pretty interesting, right? So we're moving the story along. It seems like Powers of 10 is really focusing on the more future aspects, whereas House of X is kind of what's going on in the current time, year 1. So overall, interesting. We got more answers than questions this time, which has been kind of the opposite What do you think?
I'm just, it's hard reading just the one issue when I've got all these other books with I can read 30 issues back to back. I'm ready for more. I'm enjoying it.
It's funny that you mentioned that because, we knew an oversized hardcover was solicited collecting these 12 issues, and we got more information today from Omni Bros about it's definitely oversized hardcover. It has, 306 pages or so. So, we'll probably pick that up too, even though we have the single issues. But
oh, no, yeah, definitely.
It's a cool read. Let us know what you guys thought about Powers of 10 issue 3 in the comments below. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more daily content. Stay minty. Peace.